said, this is flesh of my flesh and bone of my bone. She shall be called woman. It was all woman when you saw me. Any real people in this room?
Soften up the mess, drop it in the water, let the daughter find her image with the rest. She'll be learning how to breathe, spinning through identity, reveal another pretty little scheme. Save her mind, hold her hand, and don't believe a lie. You understand me. Walk her down the valley, pack a piece of heaven for the bottoms of her feet. Teach her how to jump and how to stretch when she reach, like the angels do, and you gon' make it through now. Tell about the healer, greater is the one within and call him as the leader. Teach her how to hold a pretty hand up to the sky, never wait upon the giver, he'll deliver like a dealer. Take her higher, higher, fly out the valley and the fire. Take her higher, higher, fly about the valley and the fire.
Welcome to a new day. It is Tuesday, August 1st, and it is T-minus 12 days until my birthday. I woke up pretty early. We had like an inspection, a furnace inspection or something like that. After that, I just went back into my bed and chilled and started watching this sermon by Vlad on walking in sexual purity. I was gonna take a shower, but I realized there's no point when I'm gonna end up having to take a shower after I film the video. So I'm gonna film. I charged my camera last night and I put in new batteries for my microphone. I get so excited about camera equipment. It's a little crazy. I am doing the Jonah video. It might be coming out before this vlog. Yeah, so we're gonna get ready and then start filming. Okay. Alright, anyways, this is the look. It's giving Jonah. Love. My foundation is absolutely my winter shade. Like, this is my winter shade for sure. But I'm like, do I have the time and the money to go get a summer shade? No. Also, my skin is acting up. It's dry. It's going through hormonal imbalance. So everything is just, it's coming out. My skin is just bad. Everything is just, it's not working out. Anyways, I'm going to go now.
Lately, I have been struggling to read my Bible, and this is something I know a lot of people go through. And if you are going through this, I just want you to know that it's okay and that I acknowledge the struggle. But I also want you to remind you of this verse from Ephesians, and it's Ephesians 6:12, and it says, "For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places." And I just want to let you know that if spending time with God wasn't such a threat to the devil and these cosmic principalities and stuff, he wouldn't fight you to spend time with God. But he is, because this time is important. This is strategic battle making plans. This is the time in which you are getting built up in the Lord so that you can fight him. So I just want to say that when you are feeling that push not to be in your word, get into it. And it doesn't have to look perfect. It doesn't have to look like what this video looks like right now. It could look like 5 minutes on your commute reading the word, the like reading a verse or two just to get you ready for the day and letting God do the rest. It is normal to feel like this because it is a battle, it's a struggle, but somewhere we shouldn't stay. I have another verse. It comes from Matthew 11 and it says, "Come to me all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart. You will find rest for your souls, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light." And that's Matthew 11:28-30. Whatever might be holding you back, maybe it's a sin you fell back into, or just the lack of effort that you feel like you haven't been showing. Come to him and he will fill in the blanks and he will do the work. He just wants to spend time with you.
Hey everybody, I've been talking for 5 minutes and I haven't been recording. Anyway, very weird. Or maybe I cut it off. I'm going through it. It is Thursday, August 3rd, and it is 1:24, and I just posted my video. Well, the video that I scheduled went out at 1, so is the reel that went with that video. Hey guys, so I'm just gonna do my makeup as quickly as possible. It is, what time is it? It is 4:54, and I am going to try to just quickly do my makeup really quickly so that I can film this video and then start the process of planning out the video I'm filming tomorrow. So yes, the grind does not stop. Let's get to it. So check on filming that video. I am now oily as heck, but the makeup's coming off anyway, so it's okay. But I'm just gonna check the footage, see how it looks and everything. I feel like it was really good. I might start editing it so I can get it out, so it's out of my system. Your girl's feeling a little tired. But I'm happy. Like, this is not hard. Like, I actually enjoy this. Like, I actually enjoy making the video, editing the video, making it creative, and then posting it and then doing it again. It's fun. It's great. Hey guys, so it is 12:49 and I ended up editing the whole video because I loved it so much that I just wanted to get it done. Like, the basic edit is done. Now I'm going to add overlays and text and everything. I also did the thumbnail while I was waiting for the thing to export. So it's exporting now, like, fully, and then I'm going to do the overlay edits and everything. I don't know if I'm gonna do it tonight though. That's gonna be the end of today though. I will see you guys in the morning. I love just being productive. I just feel so great. So yeah, good night guys. See you tomorrow. Good morning everybody. Well, good afternoon because it's like 3 o'clock now. I slept in, but then I woke up and I was just chilling. Like, I didn't want to do anything, and I was like, no one wants to see that. Anyways, so now that I'm up, I'm gonna do commercials for a little bit, and then I'm going to start working on the next video because I actually didn't do it. We're gonna get into the word.
So I just wanted to go through what I was reading and how this just really went along with how I was feeling and how I had to push through this word so that I could really get into it. And so I was reading about the woman in the well, and if you know anything about this story, it just warms my heart because one thing that I have to give you context, and that is Samaritans and Jews don't mix. They don't get along. They ain't friends. They ain't close. On top of that, religious leaders were known not to be able to speak to women in public, especially Samaritan women. It just doesn't work. No. So there were just so many barriers in the way of this conversation or even this interaction happening, because Jews don't even going into Samaria. They go around the longer way to get to where they're going, because they're like, nah, we ain't going there. But Jesus goes up to the well and he says to the woman, give me a drink. This is John 4:7. And at the time his disciples were gone, so it was just him and this woman. And this woman says, how is it that you, a Jew, ask for a drink from me, a woman of Samaria? For Jews have no dealings with Samaritans. She's like, what are you doing here? Like, are you mistaken? What's going on? Sir, what's going on? Jesus answered, he said, if you knew the gift of God and who it is that is saying to you, give me a drink, you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water. The woman said to him, sir, you have nothing to draw water with, and the well is deep. Where do you get that living water? Are you greater than our father Jacob? He gave us the well and drank from it himself, as he did his sons and his livestock. Jesus said to her, everyone who drinks of this water will be thirsty again, but whoever drinks of the water that I will give him will never be thirsty again. The water that I give him will become in him a spring of water welling up to eternal life. The woman said to him, sir, give me this water so that I will not be thirsty or have to come here to draw water. And then it just goes on to him being like, go call your husband. And she's like, I have no husband. And he's like, you're right, you got 5. Oh my gosh. He just tells her about her whole life. He tells her what the sin she's going through. And the thing about this that I just want to say is God knows the sin that you are dealing with. God knows the things that you struggle with. And he still wants to meet with you. He still wants to be there. And all these barriers that stood in the way of these two not even interacting, Jesus doesn't care about them. He doesn't care about the fact that she's a woman. He doesn't care about the fact that she's Samaritan. He loves her so much that he is going to go to her no matter what society says, so that he can give her what she needs. That's the same for you. This living water, it doesn't run dry. One thing about the world is it will offer you things that in the end will never satisfy you. But Jesus will. And one of the ways that you get to spend time with him and him alone is through his word. So I just recommend that you make time to be in it. And what he gives, no man will go thirsty. Yeah.
Good morning, I always say good morning when it's not morning anymore. Good afternoon, everybody. We slept late as always, kind of just doing random stuff, chilling. But anyways, I woke up this morning and I just didn't want to wake up and touch the camera. I kind of was just laying in bed. And then I went on TikTok for a while. Video. She has to read Deuteronomy 11, and I feel like I read this before, but I read it this time and it was so different. it was just like, and I'll summarize, but I do recommend you go and read Deuteronomy 11, the whole chapter. But basically, Moses is telling the Israelites that you guys are about to be entering the promised land. And with that, you need to remember and look back at what God has done, all the blessings and all the chastisement, like all the blessings and all the discipline that you had to endure, like leaving Egypt and the Egyptians following, like the Pharaoh and the guards following, and the Lord like closing the sea, which is a blessing for them because they did not want to be taken back to Egypt. And then it talks about in the wilderness, there's a point where there's this one man who and some of the other guys, they wanted to lead. Basically, they didn't like that Moses was in charge and everything, and Moses was like, you think I want this? I don't remember it fully, but I remember at that point, and this is in Numbers, it was in Numbers 16. The Lord was so angry, he's like, everybody step back, don't touch any of their stuff, anything that belonged to them. All the people that were with them, their families, they all got, the earth basically opened up and swallowed them whole. And in that was like a form of chastisement, because it was like, you are going against the will of God, and therefore you're causing disorder. In that, like, he's like, remember those things, right? Remember those things when you're entering the promised land. Before he even says remember all those things, it says love the Lord your God. Like, love the Lord your God. And I was reading the commentary for this as well alongside it, because I really wanted to understand and really wanted to get there. And the enduring word was basically saying, like, you choose to love God. It's not something that you're forced to do. You have to actively choose to love God. And it was saying, like, because you love God, you're gonna keep his commandments. And that's from John 14:15. But it's like, look at what the Lord has done, and then look at the discipline. Consider the discipline and the blessings that I have given you, because you are entering into this new place, this new territory. And in this new territory, you're gonna need to love me and keep my commandments. I did all these things, and he's like, I did all these things for your eyes to see, so you remember. The commentary said, I'm just gonna read what the commentary says. It says, most history is focused on man, but this calls us to look at God and what he has done. Because we benefit from looking at what God has done more than what we have done. I think we look so much about, like, look at what we've done in our past. Like, look at this, we're not worthy of it. But it's like, when you remember what God has done, what Jesus has done, that's more important. That is way more important than what you have done. And it's saying that it's better than what you wanted, because remember when they left Egypt, they wanted to go back because they're like, the wilderness, this ain't it. The place that I'm giving you, the place that you're going into, the land of milk and honey, it's so much better than Egypt. And then it goes on to this point of like warning. It says warning about the deceptions of prosperity, and then saying, like, keep in mind where you are and the prosperity that you're going to have is because of God. And don't take it as like, oh, I did this myself. Because when you do that, you can either pick a curse or a blessing. And the blessing is understanding that God is the reason why we have all these things. And therefore I'm still gonna praise him, and therefore I'm still gonna obey, and therefore I'm still gonna love him. And because of that, you will have all these things that you want. But if you think that you got this yourself and become self-reliant, this blessing was not purely off of what you did. It's all about what God did. I just recommend you read it, and then read it with the commentary as well, because it's just so good. But this was just such a good chapter to read this morning. So I'm just gonna spend time editing this vlog. So yeah. But other than that, I just wanted to thank you guys for watching this vlog. I know it was everywhere, and it was like you just saw the same thing every time because I didn't move. Like, I was in the same room the whole time. And I will see you guys in the next vlog. Yeah, bye.
It's not that I don't want